Well, good morning. Today is Saturday, March 24th. We're on our way to the Weight Watchers meeting. I do feel I have a loss. I did a lot of walking this week, although I did eat out 3 times. But I do think I made smart choices while I ate out, because I checked before I left to see what I wanted to eat. I put it within my points, and I was diligent the earlier part of the day before I went out. And on Sunday I split the meal in half and had half of it for lunch and half of it for dinner, where in the past I would have ate the whole thing all at once. And so I think I made a smart choice. I did forget yesterday to wish Margaret C. a happy anniversary, and her and her husband were going to go to the Cheesecake Factory for their dinner, but she said she was going to track before she went, so that's good news. I mean, I've gone to the Cheesecake Factory and they have a lot of good options. They really do. I have the advantage that I don't like cheesecake, so I'm not tempted. But as much as I love cheese, I can't figure out why I don't like cheesecake. But I just don't. Which is good, and it's good that I don't, because I make up for it for cake. Because I love cake. Let them eat cake. Every day I will. If it was a way you could eat it every day and not gain weight, I'd have it every day, especially my turtle cake. I love my turtle cake. But so today we're gonna. Jim has a lamp that he has in the that he had in the basement that he had as a child. It was a Donald Duck lamp, and he wanted to bring it up and put it into the living room, because most of the stuff. Women decorate, so they mostly decorate for themselves. But I try to include things that are, sentimental to him, to kind of fit into the decor. He picked up some kind of a lava rock. It's a rock. But, he wanted it out, so I figured out a place to put it, and it's there. The one time he was in the hospital when we were first married, he had a hernia on his, I don't know, it was on the base of his spine. There's a name for it. I can't think of the name of it right offhand right now. But he had this hernia, and I didn't want to bring him flowers, so I brought him this little, it's like an old phonograph with the little, you know what I'm talking about. It's like a square, and it's got the thing, like the people that are my age remember this, the RCA dog that would listen into the little thing where the sound came out of. It was one of those. It was a music box, and it plays the theme for Budweiser. If I remember later today, I'll show it to you, and I'll play the little song. But so I got him that, and he wanted that out in display. So anyway, back to the lamp. He found this lamp when his mother passed away, and he had it in the basement. He was unpacking some of his mother's stuff that he took that he wanted to keep. That, you know how it is, that you keep it, but you don't want to see it just yet, and then there's a time when you're ready to see it. I know this is a long story, but have you ever known me to tell a short story? No. But anyway, so he found this lamp, and he was going to fix it. So a couple weeks ago, we were going shopping, and he wanted to get a lamp for the shade. And for some reason, before we got to the store, David called and needed a ride to work. So we had to forget going, and we didn't go. So when I went the other day to get the hooks for my bird house, I thought, I'm going to get him a lamp for this. I'm going to get him a shade for this lamp. So I went down the basement in his workroom, because I figured that the lamp was all done. And I found the shade, and it didn't look completely finished. I don't know, just something about it. I thought, well, maybe that's the way the lamp's supposed to look because it's old. I don't know. So I put the light bulb in it, and I put the shade top on top, and I put it where I thought it would look nice in the living room, where when he's sitting in the chair he could look at it. And I plugged it in and turned it on and got electrocuted. I didn't get electrocuted, but I got a major shock, and it sent me flying. It hurt so bad. So I thought, oh, this isn't fixed. But anyway, I unplugged it, and then when he got home, he said, oh, you fixed my lamp, you bought me a lampshade. And I said, yeah. I said, he says, but the lamp's not done yet, I still have to fix it. And I said, oh, duh. I shocked myself when I turned it on. He said, well, I didn't say it was done. I just said I wanted to get a lampshade. And I said, oh, well, I didn't know that. But anyway, so he went online, and he wants to find the actual lampshade that goes with it, because it didn't have a lampshade. I don't think he's going to find it. He found on eBay somebody selling his lamp with the lampshade, but they wanted to sell the whole lamp, and so that didn't, that's not going to work. So anyways, today, finally to the point, we're going to go to a shade place, this old electrical lighting place that has all these old, like we call them antique lights, and shades and things like that. So we're going to see if maybe we can find the shade, or maybe they might know how to order the shade or something. So we're doing that, and then Denise and Mary and I are going to Chinese for Chinese, obviously, our favorite Chinese restaurant, China Moon. If anybody's in the area, they know that place. I love China Moon. So we're going to China Moon, and then I think that's the only plans I have for the day. Other than I do think I have a small loss. Not a major loss, but I told you, as long as I have a loss each week, I'll be happy with it. And if I lose, what, 37 pounds by the end of the year, which is completely possible, I'll be in Wonderland. And I'll be, not even that, if I only lose 33 pounds, I'll have my 100 pounds. So I mean, I can see my goal. I can see it by the end of the year. And the fact that I'm not rushing it, I'm not going to get discouraged, because I think if I put too much pressure on myself to lose it by my, let's say, my birthday, I'll be disappointed on my birthday. And you know what? My birthday is a joyous occasion. Did I ever mention? I don't know if I've ever mentioned that I love my birthday. Yeah, I think I like having my birthday. So I don't want to put too much pressure. If I do have it by my birthday, that'll be like the greatest gift that I could give myself this year, because then I'd have to top it for next year. But you know, I'm always willing to top a present. I really am. Okay, we're here. Let's see how we're gonna do. I do feel a loss, maybe not major, but a loss nonetheless. Well, you know, I didn't have a major loss, but I had a loss, and I'm really happy because like I said, I ate out 3 times this week, but I did do a lot of walking. I think I tracked over 10 miles, maybe almost 11 miles this week. So I'm really proud of that. But I did lose 0.4, which brings my total loss to 66.3. So now I'm 237.9. And so I think I'm doing pretty good. I'm really happy with my results. Like I said, I ate out 3 times this week. I did choose wisely when I ate out. So I knew that I wasn't going to have a huge loss, but I'm living my life. I'm enjoying my life, and that's all that matters. If I have a small loss each week and I can enjoy what I'm doing during the week and have no guilt, that's a success to me. That's a success story. And you can do it too. You really can. Just don't, I really don't think of the big numbers on the scale anymore. I think that that's one of the reasons I'm doing better. When I was like doing so, you know, like not really starving myself, but just trying not to eat what I wanted to eat and not enjoying my life, hoping for big numbers and then not getting big numbers, I think, what was the point? So now I'm enjoying my life. I'm going out to eat. I'm enjoying what I'm doing, and I'm still losing. I'm not breaking down any walls, but you know what? I'm going to get there. Slow and steady wins the race. I keep saying that. Maybe to myself to convince myself, but I really have convinced myself that slow and steady wins the race, and I'm going to do it. Little half pound at a time, but I'm going to do it. So don't anybody ever tell you that. Don't let anyone ever tell you my English. I tell you, it is my first language. You'd never know it sometimes, but don't let anyone ever tell you that it can't be done because you're too old. It can be done. Oh, I wanted to tell you real quick before I go. I dreamt that I was going up this hill, and we were on some kind of adventure, and my job was to carry this big, huge bag of sugar. I don't know why sugar, but it was a huge bag of sugar. And when we got to the top of, almost to the top of the hill, this man said, well, you know, let me help you. Let me carry the sugar. And I go, well, I don't think it's that much, but it's a lot. And so he says, well, how much does the sugar weigh? How much is that sugar bag? And I said, it's 66 pounds. And then I realized I lost 66 pounds. So it was kind of showing me that how hard it was to carry that extra 66 pounds away, because once he took that bag and I could finish the hill, I don't know. I know it's an odd dream. I'm an oddball. What can I tell you? So let's go. Let's go home. Drink some water. Okay, this is Jim's little table. That's his picture of him with his dad, his brother, Jim, and his grandfather. That's his sister Barb. That's Bertie. That's his mom and dad. This is Jim when he was little. I have to show you because he was such a superstar. My little geisha girl there. And his rock. We got this when we went on the Disney cruise, and this is the little music box I got him when he was in the hospital. Trademark, only play so much. And then his duck lamp. So when he sits over here, oh, that's the birdhouse that Sophia made me. He can see his stuff. Well, my Chinese was excellent. I had the Chinese, I had almond chicken with some white rice and gravy and a dinner roll and an egg roll. And a cup of wonton soup, and I did have a Coke. I've had their tea there before. I mean, I don't like their tea. I should have just drank water, but I didn't. And Mary brought me a little piece of cake, so I had some cake. It's called a Sleeping Beauty. It's a chocolate cake with a buttercream frosting. It was really good. But that pretty much filled me up for the whole day. So I know I went a little bit over, and I probably used all of my weeklies, but it was so worth it. Christy's not coming over tomorrow, so I'm not going to eat out. I'm going to track. I'm going to eat perfectly tomorrow, and no plans to eat out next week. It's Holy Week, and I probably will be a little bit under my points for Holy Week. I do try to not so much fast by not eating, but fast by not eating in between meals, and to eat less at my meals. It's not something that's required of me, but it's something I like to do on Holy Week. And then what else am I got plans? I probably will walk tomorrow. It was so cold today. I was going to go for a walk, and as far as I walked was over to Denise's house to get in the car to drive for our Chinese dinner. I wanted to thank Nancy S. because she reminded me that it's Grey's Anatomy that says you're my person. And she's right. Meredith says that all the time. I knew it was somebody. I knew it. I knew you. What movie's that from? I knew you. It's one of my favorite movies, you should know. It's my favorite comedy. I've already told you that my favorite serious movie is To Kill a Mockingbird with Gregory Peck. I've already told you who my favorite comedy movie was, and that's from my favorite comedy movie. And then, I don't know if and my favorite love story, I think, was While You Were Sleeping with Sandra Bullock. And I can't think of any other favorite movies. I have so many favorite movies. I have many favorite movie lines. We know that too. But I'm going to stay on track. I'm going to be good for the rest of the week. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Nope, can't think of anything. So what haven't I said in a long time? Like this video. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. I'm a wackadoodle. Comment. I love your comments. And if you think there's something on here that you might like to share it with somebody. So I will see you guys on Monday. Have a good weekend.